You're about to open a window into the life of a ghost hunter. We'll show you dark, creepy roads that fade into the night. We'll show you haunted places, but most importantly, we'll show you what happens along the way there.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Linda.
And this weekend, we've got quite a gas grubbing ghost.
We do.
Tomorrow, we're gonna meet up with Will, and we are gonna head up to Henricus Historical Park.
Yeah.
And this is a cool place. It was an old fort way back.
Yeah.
Colonial
A lot of
times,
history to it.
prior to colonial times even,
Right.
I believe it was a fort. So we're gonna check that out. We're gonna show you what that's like. There's a mini, it's called Scares That Care, and it's a charitable organization, and
Right.
paranormal groups and paranormal people go there and set up, and then afterwards do little investigations. They'll have some tables set up and stuff like that, and then be doing an investigation afterwards. But tonight we were down here in Yorktown. We did a house blessing at this house
Yeah.
that we did a previous investigation at, and we're heading back from that. Stopped off at the Wawa, got some coffee.
Yes.
But I want to show something that when I walked into Wawa, I saw, hold on, the front of it here, okay, aluminum cups from Ball Mason. And I first thought that this was like a coffee mug.
Right.
And,
Right.
and I was like, oh yeah, I got to get that.
Yeah.
But then I realized it's actually 10 aluminum cups. And they're
Yeah.
kind of like the plastic cups.
Kind of like the red
Right?
Solo cups.
They're kind of like the red Solo cups, but
Only
you can,
aluminum.
they're aluminum, and it says it's very good for recyclability, if that's a word. It is now. But lightweight and sturdy, strong design, retains shape under the firmest grip, and allows for multiple refills. So I had to get these.
Yeah.
Because for one, if we look down the bottom here, where is it? You might be able to see it there. They're made in America. And Ball still makes stuff in America, which
Yes.
I really like.
Yes.
So I wanted to support that. And I love Ball because I when I make my hot sauces, I put them in Ball Mason jars.
Yeah.
And I love those things. So
Yeah.
good company, figured I would support them. And if you see these cups, check them out.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to let you know how they are on the road, because we're going to take them home and use them later on.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're going to head back tonight. We're going to get some sleep. And then tomorrow, we'll be on the road. Well, we're stopping off here at the Walmart, getting ready to head up to Henricus.
Oh, is that Jeff Santos?
Hey, Will! What are you
Hi.
doing here?
Why did we keep running into each other?
I don't know. It's all the time. Like last time, was it Food Line?
I was coming to go shopping again.
Yeah,
Here you are.
right.
Where are we going?
Well, we're going up to Henricus Historical Park. There's a
Okay,
little bit of
I've
a
been there once
paranormal
before.
convention up there. We're going to be walking around, leading some people on investigations throughout the place. You want to go?
Love to. I actually got all my paranormal equipment.
Yeah. Just leave your truck here, hop in, let's go.
Let's do it.
So as we're heading up here to Henricus, this is a historical park. There's one thing when you're going on this type of to this type of location, whether it's for an event or an investigation, that you really have to consider, and that's the bathroom situation. Do you have any idea what we're talking here as far as facilities?
No, I think there's indoor facilities. I don't think it's like a porta potty or anything like that, but I don't know for sure. I don't think that anybody's ever even mentioned that, you know.
Yes, I can deal with indoor facilities. I'd rather not use the porta potty,
Right.
because not only is it's the porta potty, but also like guaranteed that there's going to be a line outside of that thing.
Oh yeah, there most likely will be, and you know, my advice to you would be to stay away from the like meat lovers pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't sound like it would turn out too good.
Greasy.
Yeah.
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 But I do have some toilet paper in my backpack just in case I gotta run out into the Henricus woods. You know, do a kind of camping style. We could do that. What do you say, Will?
I know they got a lot of trees.
They do.
There's plenty of bathrooms out there, Jeff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Every tree is a bathroom.
Every tree is a bathroom.
That's a good take on it. In fact, that needs to be on a shirt.
Now, instead of pooping, let's talk about eating. What are we eating?
Oh.
That is a good question. Yeah, so any ideas?
No idea whatsoever.
Perhaps we better scope out the places to eat between here and there and
Down for anything.
yeah.
I mean, there's you know, Burger King and Subway and what's the other place? Arby's. Yes.
Oh, that's right up there.
So
too.
yeah, that's an easy to get to right off the interstate kind of place. So that's always a consideration.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
See what happens. A reason to stay tuned. So special surprise here. Loves. Not something you see every day. Or perhaps it is. Now, Alex, this is my kid right here. And she's got kind of an interesting shirt on. This is the pink version of the VAPI shirt, circa 2015. And it's been in the closet since then. So she wanted something to wear to the paranormal event, so I pulled this out and I said, here you go. How about this shirt? What do you think?
I like it. I just wish it wasn't such a bright color of pink.
Somebody dropped the ice! So the problem is here, I gotta make sure, being that I'm not aware of the bathroom situation, I gotta make sure that I know, like, I get something that's not gonna be too, you know, too kick in the gut type of thing.
Get the buffalo chicken wrap.
I might. So what kind of sandwich you got there, kid?
The turkey slider.
The
Or not
turkey.
the turkey. Not the turkey.
That's some brown turkey right
No,
there.
not the turkey. I forget. I keep forgetting.
We got a Happy Meal here, kids meal. Nice. Okay, we got some crinkle fries. All right, what'd you go for?
I went for the chicken salad. They have this really good pecan chicken salad sandwich, and I think it's only in the springtime because they tend to. It's like a limited time thing, but they do bring it back every spring. It's really good. It's a giant sandwich. It's like nothing small.
Unwrap that thing. Let's unveil it. The folks at home right now, they're on the edge of their seats, wondering what this sandwich from Arby's looks like because
They kind of pile it in the center. I wish they'd spread it out a little
is that a
bit.
big raisin on the left there? It's a big
They're
grape.
grapes.
Okay.
They're red grapes.
Tomato.
Yeah,
perhaps.
they've got grapes, and they've got, you know, of course, the pecans, and then that celery and chunks of chicken. I think it has apples in it too.
It looks
but see,
good.
you have to kind of take your finger and push it to the outside edges.
Yeah, you
so
gotta
that
spread it around a little
You got to
bit.
spread it around because they
Yeah.
don't spread it. They just put a big giant chunk in the center, and then you're eating mostly bread until you can get to the rest of it. So
And the honey Dijon here is some very good stuff.
It is
I
really
highly
good.
recommend it. Well, you got a good looking shake over there.
I do. Yeah, it looks like a massacre took place on the inside of it.
It does.
It's
Like
like Jamocha.
somebody killed a chocolate monster in there.
That's right.
What'd you go for?
I got the smokehouse brisket.
Oh, that is one of my favorites. I do like the
Absolutely.
smokehouse brisket.
Absolutely
Usually like
the
thick
best.
brisket.
Yeah, some onion ring sauce. Oh yeah.
Oh
Good stuff.
man,
that
so
was
you're gonna
really good.
tear into that thing with perhaps an obnoxious bite.
I sure can.
Oh man, that's an
family.
So, as Will mentioned in line, he brought up a good idea, and I decided to go with it. I went for the buffalo chicken wrap, and I normally go for the buffalo chicken sandwich. Well, not normally, but often I have, and this time I decided to go for the wrap. So let's take a little bite out of this and see how it's gonna taste. It feels like, yeah, we might have more success with this side.
Whoa, that's a big bite.
That's a good wrap.
Why don't you do it that way?
Well, what are we
Right.
doing here?
I'm pouring some spicy sauce into my
Man, look at
my
that.
French fries.
If only you had some chili to dump over there and some cheese.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be a good combo.
Get some Arby's sauce. Throw that in there
Oh
too.
man.
Oh yeah. Now we got it. Now we got something.
Have you
going
done
on.
this before? Or you purely experimenting?
Purely experimenting. That's a good French fry.
There you have it. Will style. It's got some spicy sauce, Arby's sauce, dumped on the fries. Not dumped. Dumped, not dumped.
Oh no.
Dripping.
Let's make sure it got all the way to the bottom. No fry left unsoaked.
So we're back on the road to Henricus. And when we get there, what we're going to be doing is setting up a table. But the only problem is I forgot the table. So I'm not sure how this is going to work.
We might be sitting on the floor.
We might be sitting on the floor. I do have a chair. I keep a chair in here, like a Coleman camping chair. So we could take turns kind of sitting in the chair and then maybe just set everything on the floor in front of us.
Could be. Or we could set everything in the chair and then we could sit on the floor. We could decorate the chair.
That's a good idea. Like, who goes to these events and decorates a chair?
Right.
That's how we stand out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, I mean, worst case scenario, we could just stand there with just ourselves, you know, and be like, hey, here we are.
Could be, yeah. I'm going to find somewhere to sit, though.
Yeah, we have some flowers we could at least pass out. Maybe
Yeah.
we can stand at the door.
Yeah, exactly. We'll figure it out. We'll do something.
Yeah, and thanks to Will's suggestion about that buffalo chicken wrap, I think I'm going to be testing out these facilities
Oh, boy.
shortly after we get there. Okay, so I'm seeing the bathroom facilities. Looks like they're right here. So, all right, not porta potties, that's good. All right, so we got a table. What say you, Will?
I think it looks great.
Yeah, I love it. It is a table, so that's good. We didn't have to set up on the floor or anything like that, right?
Although I was kind of looking forward to us taking turns on the chair, you know, and decorating it.
Yeah.
But, you know, table looks great.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
I think you sent it to me. Where's that clipboard?
All right, so checking out the scares that care table. Got purple bracelet, right? Perfect for VAPI.
And I got a pink one to match. I guess it kind of matches the shirt.
It matches your shirt, right? And what's the deal with pink?
Well, paranormal is the new pink.
Pink is the new paranormal. There you have it. So, my initial thought, you know, we have these VAPI, these pink VAPI shirts. My initial thought was to make the official VAPI shirt pink.
Yeah, because I would like your idea, because your idea was like the green ghost.
Yeah.
And I feel like pink and green kind of go good together, like a kind of olive green too.
Not too many people were on board with it for some reason. But these bracelets glow in the dark.
Oh, that's kind
The
of
pink and the purple ones glow in the dark. How cool is that?
that's cool. Exactly why I do
So we're going out here to check out the site, huh?
Yeah, we're going to see what it looks like during the day.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, got a nice little storm going on.
Yeah, I brought an umbrella, fortunately, and this umbrella, it's a pretty cool one. It's a big one. I got it at Natural Bridge, so it's kind of like an outdoorsy camping type umbrella. I like to think of it as, you know, not like a hey, I'm afraid to get wet type umbrella.
It's a real man's man umbrella.
It's a manly umbrella. It is. Yep.
Right there.
Excited?
This is actually kind of cool.
Huh?
Yeah, this is kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. Does it remind you of Jamestown a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? I didn't.
It's the Henricus Historical Park. So, I feel like I'm going to a funeral.
Everyone is wearing black.
Except me.
And then we got the new paranormal over here. Right? Pink.
This is cool. The last time I was here, this was closed off. Like, you couldn't walk through here.
Oh, really? It's set up pretty neat. Yeah, so Henricus Village, this reminds me a little bit of Jamestown too. What do you think, kid? Huh?
I remember, fortunately, I don't think in middle school you really take field trips anymore. But I remember doing that when I was, little.
Yeah, I remember the field trips to Jamestown. Not as a student. Probably would have been more fun as a student. Look at the ceiling of this thing, huh? It's all like... What is that, like wheat? It's like a wheat ceiling. Your church is pretty cool though, huh? Look at those chandeliers.
Questions, comments, concerns?
I think I'd put those in the house. I'd actually live in this church.
Now we're gonna head from here.
Does that sound the goat? Sounds like a mean goat.
The basketball hoops that they played back in the 14th century. Colonial basketball.
With the cannonball, you said.
Yep. It had to be.
And I got a little oven there. Rocky Hall. Huh.
Wait a second before you speak, Steve.
It's pretty dark in here.
Yeah, I got you now.
I'm gonna peek upstairs real quick. I just want to see. I'll be right back. Tell my girl, hey.
Yeah. I saw somebody hanging out in this dark room, and sure enough, I come in here and there's Will.
Hey, it's me
What's
again.
going on, Will?
Hey, just looking at stuff.
Did you go upstairs yet?
I did not.
Can we go upstairs?
Yeah, you can go upstairs. So, pretty cool place. I mean, you could definitely kind of feel the spirits around here. It's quite a neat place. They have an amazing piece of furniture over there. I don't know what it is, but hand carved.
I'm feeling that chandelier.
Super spoopy.
Especially with the light. They kind of
Yes.
got to put the light down a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is an active
Spooky.
building. This is definitely one
You
of the more
can
active
feel it.
buildings.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it.
So I love this building. You'll have to go upstairs by yourself.
It's going in the hospital here. The Mount Malato Hospital.
I can't even say it. When you walk in, there's still blood on the wood floor back in 1613.
It's not original, is it? Is this original?
Snake plant.
Somebody say snake?
Yep.
Oh man.
That would
Yeah.
I'm not messing around with those danger noodles.
So, if you've noticed up top, there's still track lights left over from when it was used as a hospital back in 1611 to 1614. It's pretty rare. I can't believe they're still here.
Yeah, so a fine example of early American track lighting. It's pretty cool. And look at these beds. Those are some high beds. Like if I'm not sure I could climb up into that thing healthy. Like stand next to that thing. Well, let's get a perspective here. Like I can't climb up in that thing healthy, let alone if I'm sick, you know? That's pretty intense. Ooh, some medical tools.
Have you ever seen the movie The Witch? This gives me like The Witch vibes.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that. Where the settlers, they went out, like they were pilgrims or something, went out and set up a log cabin and stuff, and yeah.
And the goat is possessed.
I forgot about that movie. Yeah, with
That's
the
what it
possessed
reminds
goat.
me of.
It does. Oh, they have facilities too. Look at that. So this is good if you get out here, you know.
This is where you pee on.
Perhaps.
He's like, here's a hand. Never mind. Don't worry.
Pet that cat for very long, and I'm kind of sad about that.
So, well, I see the wheels turning there.
Yeah.
I know you had an idea of sorts.
Well, I was looking at the devil's weed over there. It looks like it's more than 12, sir. It's more than what the state is legal.
They have the devil's weed over there.
Yeah,
Huh?
they did. You know, our forefathers knew how to party.
I guess they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then probably the Indians as well.
Yeah, John Smith, he got captured by them, and then when he got saved by Pocahontas, they gifted him the devil's weed, and then that's how we have it today.
Leslie.
I thought it was a picture.
It's not. So, touring that location, they're pretty cool. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Group 3, right?
Yep, we're group 3.
That's cool. Thank you.
Steve stopping by.
So,
Yeah, there's a lot of really good locations. I'm kind of excited about the parsonage, I guess. I've got, like, what do they call it? Rock Hall is what they called it, Rock Hall. They said it was very, very active location, particularly upstairs.
Particularly
For himself, yes. Yeah.
did you happen up there? Or no?
No, I did not go up there, but I plan on it at some point. I'm just wondering if maybe somebody wants to. No, you don't. I don't know that you need to go up there. But I'm thinking that maybe, like, at some point, maybe one of the female guests might want to go up there. Somebody might be, courageous enough to go up there by themselves, and But it's funny that the parsonage, like the reference house, is the one that's where you're likely to get felt up.
Yeah, and why is that?
Anyway.
So are these buildings, are they on the original locations of anything?
I think they're on the original locations of the original buildings.
Are they?
I mean, I think some of these are probably original buildings. Yeah.
So they
they're
found
actually
out
on that
where the
location.
footprints were and put them right.
Yep.
So a fine example how spirits are often attached to the land.
Right, exactly.
Pretty cool. So this is Terry, and Terry's got some pizza with like every kind of animal on it.
Yeah.
Are you going to take an obnoxious bite of that pizza?
I am.
All right, let's see it. Here we go. Through the mask. There it is. Oh man, that's an obnoxious bite. Oh, hey, Will, I didn't see you there. So I'm waiting in line to get some pizza here. And judging by the boxes, I've seen this box before. It's a familiar pizza box. I think, there seems to be bathrooms everywhere we're going. But just to play it safe, I think I'm going to go for one cheese piece. Okay? And then I'm going to get one that has all this stuff on it here. And it looks like it's got a good meat. There's green stuff. So this is healthy. Okay? Anything green is healthy. And then some of the stuff fell off in the box. So just grab it and scoop it up.
Let's see. Oh no. Is there anything in this one?
Yeah, that's got a bunch of meat on it there.
This is the one that I want.
You going with the meat one, huh?
The meat one, absolutely.
Yeah, nothing like the meat pizza, huh? Well,
I'm gonna get one of every animal that Noah brought on the ark. Mountain Lightning is my go-to choice at Walmart.
yes, Mountain Lightning. I can't say that I've ever tried it. I'm a Mountain Dew fan, so needless to say, I went for Mountain Lightning.
It is the poor man's Mountain Dew. It has more dew in it, less mountain, more light. I've already taken a bite, but I'm gonna take a big bite.
Yeah, there we go. Oh man, that's an obnoxious bite. Look at that thing, half of it's gone.
Oh no.
So before I take a bite of the pizza, I want to get the flavor of the Mountain Lightning and just kind of see. Oh yeah, it's not Mountain Dew, but it's good. It is. It's better than Coke.
Oh no. Can Jeff take it? Yes, he can. That is a big bite.
That's a good pizza.
Oh my gosh.
So Will, what are you taking a picture of there?
That's my face when I see a bunch of pizza.
Dude, look at him. He likes that pizza. Oh, pizza down there. Talking like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, why do you sound like Kermit?
Or Yoda.
What am I supposed to say?
So what's going on right now, Will?
Chaos, pandemonium. Everyone's freaking out. We're about to head out. We got to run to our spot and get there first.
And when I move the camera like
Let's go.
this, it seems like there's chaos.
There's chaos. There's pandemonium. No, so we're getting ready to head out to the Ordinary. That's where we're going to do our first investigation. It's going to be us and Mountain Souls Paranormal. We're also going to have a couple of people coming on to do investigations with us. So we'll get to meet some cool, friendly people. Hopefully they might want to show themselves on camera and say hi. We'll see what happens.
So, Will, what kind of equipment does one pack for something like this? You got some snacks in there or what?
Well, I did go to Wawa.
Yeah, I saw the Wawa bag.
So,
oh, yeah.
if we're going to conjure up any demons, we might as well use Monster.
There you go. There you go. A little bit of fuel, huh?
Yeah, but I got brought the Spirit Box, the S Box. So not only does this flip to the radio stations and goes through the white noise, but it also is a recorder. So you can also record voices with it.
Is that pretty good? Does that work pretty good? Have you tried it before?
Yeah.
I believe that's the one I got for the ghost tours.
Yeah.
So
We'll use
good.
this stuff.
Good. I'll be interested to see how that works. Awesome. So that's quite a camera you got there.
Yeah, it's a new camera that I got. I've only used it on one other investigation.
Nice.
But it's got infrared. You can
yeah.
flip to. You can have green or you can do black and white.
That's pretty
You can
cool.
change it to whichever one you want.
I like that.
So tonight I'm going to use green. Yeah.
Good stuff. Now, do you have a crew to work that camera, or are you doing it yourself?
Solo.
Nice, nice. So, Will, is that like a makeup thing, or?
Well, every paranormal investigator needs to have this.
Nice.
But it's where you keep all of your SD cards.
And it even holds the mini SD
yeah,
cards.
it even holds the minis.
How cool is that?
Yeah. So all those terabytes that was it SDI Paranormal Group has, this can hold all their terabytes. So what's cool about this camera is it's got 2 memory slots. So when the memory runs out in this memory card, it'll switch over to this memory card, which I'm putting in right now.
That is brilliant. Brilliant. Got some state-of-the-art equipment here, and I think one thing that is going to be really good for this, I don't know, maybe, is an Etch-a-Sketch. All right? Because we know if something writes on this, there's no explaining that, right? So we got the recorder going here on the table. And just to note, we have a REM pod there, a REM pod on the stairs. Is that a REM pod?
It's EDI meter. So I have the pressure and any footsteps. So right now our pressure is 16.8.
All right. We're here because we've heard that there's somebody that walks around in here, and when no one's here, or no one, I guess, what happens here?
I'm here because I
Anybody
want a
know?
drink. Somebody bring
Yes, this is an ordinary. So we came in for a drink. What kind of, do you have any drinks here? You saw that red light that was flickering earlier and the noise that was coming out of it. If you go up and touch that thing, it'll do it again. Would you try going up there and touching that for us? That would let us know that you're here, because right now we're having trouble seeing you. And we're wondering if you can see us, or if you can hear us. Because, like I said, we're having trouble seeing and hearing you. Has anyone ever gotten in a fight here and been killed? Were you here before this ordinary was built? That K2 meter, I just saw it go off again, but it wasn't when anyone else was asking any questions. So I'm wondering if there's just random fields in the air.
Radios, maybe, as people are communicating, because is it the same channel that they're on?
I mean, the K2 meter.
Yeah, the K2 meter wouldn't light up from a radio frequency.
Right, right, and that's what I'm saying. That just lit up kind of at random. So I'm wondering if it's just, and I've noticed the one over here goes off quite frequently too. So I wonder if there's kind of stray EMF fields just throughout wiring. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it could be. The fields tend to float. I mean, you do get like intersecting fields sometimes from one thing over here and one thing over here, you know, but of course the farther away you get from the source of it, the weaker it is. So I wouldn't expect it to light something up as far away as like on the table. You know what I mean? That seems like kind of a good distance from whatever would be around here, unless it's like that thing up there, whatever the hell that is.
Oh, it's a Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's the Wi-Fi thing. See, so if that's the Wi-Fi,
Yeah, that's
if that's a router, you know, wherever there's a router throughout that room, there's going to be stray.
Yeah, but you saw
experiments with that before.
Yeah, but you saw when she pulled it
And I
down
pulled it down
about
myself.
2 feet away from it, there was no more field. Wouldn't even register.
So Will's talking Algonquin,
Farther away.
and both of these lighting up here. Go ahead, Will. Spit some more greetings.
Save some more greetings. Saw keyed wink on.
Look at that one lit up.
Nunno Wallum. Elizabeth City.
We had a pressure change, yeah.
How do you say touch my edges, guess? Challenge for you.
Nata de Wentz William.
What's that banging? Want to hear that banging?
Banging?
Was it like? I heard that too.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like-
It's not this. Wait, is it?
Wait, you said it sounded exactly like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably drums that you're hearing.
It sounded
I
like
heard
was
it
coming
again,
from
just
over this
just while
area.
you were saying that. It sounded like it was coming back from that other room.
Mhm.
It's in that other room.
Kitchen.
All right, going in the kitchen here. We're gonna see what kind of stuff might be in here. This is my favorite place, is the kitchen. Oh, that's not it.
This is kind of scary.
Okay, so let's see. Here's some lights on the wall here. There we go. Whoa, nice. All right, big refrigerator. All the hot peppers are gone. Look at that. Gourmet salsa. Huh? Some colonial corn and colonial knife right there. Potatoes. Looks like it's probably locked, those keyholes up there, unfortunately. But let's see what else we got in here. Man, is that K2 meter? Or is that REM pod going off? Oh, okay.
Should it be going off under?
Yeah, this should be going off by various things, like this thing might, I don't know what this thing is.
That's not going off.
That's not putting it off, but appliances will set it off. So if we come over here, oh, there's something that put it off here. Fluorescent lighting will sometimes do it. No, maybe not. Okay. So everything I'm saying that would normally do it isn't doing it. Wow.
An ice maker will.
There we go. See, like there's just stray sweeps through here. Like goes off for a second and then it's off. But I'm convinced it's this stuff that's in here, you know? Yeah, there we go. Look at the ice machine. That's seriously putting it off. Got some ice in there.
Get some ice in the ice machine. That's good.
Cold spot over by the ice machine. I don't know if it's something paranormal or not. So look at this thing. And that's a big gun right there, though. You know, like look at the size of the barrel on that thing. Yeah. Is that REM pod? Oh, okay. pretty neat. So, Will, what do you think about the ordinary there?
I thought it was really cool, seeing like how ordinaries used to look back in the day. It was neat how they had like little artifacts sitting out that you can play with and interact with. But what I thought was really cool was when we started talking in the Algonquian language, just looking up some translations on how to say, "How are you? My name is." We tended to get reactions, like the K2 meters would light up, the REM pod would go off. It seemed to get quite a lot of reactions coming from the Algonquian spirit. Now what's cool is they were telling us there was this little girl that people have been hearing in that ordinary. This little girl, they would hear a voice that wasn't English. They looked it up and it was actually Algonquian. And it was a little girl saying hello. So we went to say hello back and ask, "How are you?" We even asked, "Are you good or bad?" As in, how are you feeling? And maybe we'll go back, listen to the voice recordings and see if we heard her voice. So that'll be in the evidence.
That was definitely awesome seeing, because you hear about ordinaries, like I've read about them a lot, but I can't say I've ever been in like a replica of an ordinary.
Yeah.
Like that. You know, I always describe it as, because it's been described as a small tavern. And sure enough, that's exactly what it was, a small tavern.
It's like a Viking tavern, sort of.
Exactly. So, some gunshots, perhaps? I didn't think we were that close to Richmond.
We're pretty close to Richmond. Let's go see inside this building.
Yeah. This is the Indian village, right? Isn't that what they referred to it as?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go check it out.
So this would have been kind of like a Powhatan longhouse, perhaps. And you can see what it looks like in here. Now, those orbs that are flying in front of me, they sure enough are bugs. But look at all the skins hanging up here. And let me just move out in case there's a snake skin hanging up here. You know, I'm not trying to see that, but look at that. We got raccoon furs.
You guys should try to do an investigation in here. Like a mini one in here.
I think we should. We might pick up some animal spirits in here with all these. There's some fox fur.
Are those actual fish? Those fake.
No, they look fake.
I think they're fake fish, but these furs are real.
They
For
are?
sure. Look, they probably during the day they have a little fire in here.
Yep, and they had the little hole where the smoke can go up through. So nothing catches on fire.
That's a good observation, kid. Right up there, you can see where the smoke used to go through. Otherwise, they'd be sitting here smoked out, you know?
Yep.
Just don't know what they did if it poured rain.
I think there's like a little cupboard, because I remember learning about something.
What is this? Ah, I thought that was like a Halloween face or something. No, but it's meat.
Yeah.
We have a spirit box going on. Nice, you got a battery meter on there?
Oh, you press this button right here?
Yeah. And you can adjust the speed that it goes through, or what?
Well, if I don't have the memory card, but you can press this button right here. It can record this whole session. It's also function as a flashlight.
Oh, that's pretty handy.
And this here, you can access files, delete files, and then you can change the speed holding down this button.
And we got the REM pod up there on that. Whatever that is. Why?
Because people, you never know whether a spirit's sitting here seeing a fire. If there's a fire there, they're not going to go near the fire.
Oh, that's true. But what if they're going to start the fire, though? We could
They'll
move
reach
the REM pod.
underneath it.
Yeah, let's move it over here on the log then. On that empty log, maybe. Yeah. Sounded like a settle.
Like I said,
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to bias anybody, but it sounded like a name. But if you're here, why don't you come and sit on this log? We got an empty log over here. Come on and sit on the log. That was an odd sound that came through there,
It
wasn't it?
was an odd sound.
It was a weird whisper.
Yeah.
Didn't sound like it came from a radio station. Like nothing that would play on a radio.
Right.
So I'm going to ask food. So food is mi shown. Corn. Pekatawas.
Do you have any pekatawas? Hey, I'm gonna come over here, and that part of the log's a little wet, but I'm gonna sit down on this part of the log because it's drier. And how about you come and sit next to me right here?
So far tonight, we've gotten a couple responses that have come across. Could have been a Native American girl in the ordinary earlier. Could have been another person that could have been killed in the ordinary, to be honest with you. But we don't know yet. We'll have to go through the audio. But right now, we're out here in front of the campfire, and we're just kind of talking to see what is going to be for dinner tonight. What kind of things that we can expect going to the next couple places. Right now we're here talking to the natives that would have been here at the time. And so to kind of like communicate with them, we've been talking in their language. I found a couple of translations. Winkapa means friend. I was talking to Jeff. I said Winkapo. And yeah, so we're just gonna keep talking to them and see how that goes. But you know, until then, we'll kind of keep you guys updated. And Jeff, I don't know if you want to talk about what's going on.
Sure. So I was sitting over there on the log, and I had the REM pod next to me on the log. And I tried to get someone to come and sit down next to me, and I figured if they sat down next to me, it would indeed light up the REM pod. But no one came and sat down next to me. There were some pretty interesting voices that we heard coming through the spirit box. Not 100% sure it wasn't radio chatter.
So I'm listening to the audio recording of when we were in the ordinary, and my phone does a little audio transcription of it. So I'm going to play it for you, and I'm going to stop it when we hear what could be a possible EVP.
That walks around in here, and when no one's here, or no one, I guess, that's what happens here.
So right before it says what happens, listen as it sounds like there's another voice saying happens right before Jeff says happens.
That walks around in here, and when no one's here, or no one, I guess.
Right there. Do it one more time.
No one's here, or no one, I guess.
Yeah. What happens? That's crazy.
But I'm
Isn't
going
it?
to keep listening to it, but I just wanted to show this. Like, that's pretty cool that it does an audio transcription.
Yeah.
So I can see what we're actually saying and then see if there's another voice underneath that.
That's pretty cool.
That's neat.
All right, heading down the path here. It's pretty dark out here. Hey.
Look how
How's it
it's
going?
sing.
Whoa!
Oh!
Where is that? Oh, what is that?
That's a hose.
All right. Watch out for the hose down there.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are in the church, and it's dark. Very dimly lit. Just some lights up on the ceiling there, and a green exit sign. Back in colonial times, the exit signs were transparent, and the lights were at the top. They weren't like the boxes like they are now. So that was pretty cool.
Surprisingly uncomfortable.
Surprisingly uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's just
They
kinda
improved
like,
seat technology throughout the
Yes, thank God.
Colonial pews. Pretty neat, huh? Little table up here. Some candelabra on it.
That's a nice chair. I don't want to sit there. You're getting that one off.
So earlier when I was standing next to the pulpit, every once in a while, it felt like someone else was standing like right above me. And at one point, as I'm filming straight ahead, out of my peripherals, it felt like someone like took their hands and put it on top of the pulpit, like they were getting ready to read from it. And I felt the shadow, and I could see like out of the corner of my eye, like the shadow of someone stepping up there in front of it. So that was kind of creepy.
What would this chair be used for, do you think?
Acolyte. What? The acolyte. The person that would light the candles. They would walk down the aisle, light these candles, or these up top.
Yeah.
And sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah. Or the priest would sit there until it was time.
Do you know why these two pews would be turned toward the pulpit? The others are.
That's where the most prominent people would be.
Oh, okay, that's what I wondered,
Yeah.
like the wealthy.
The wealthy. They would have been the closest to God. The closer you were, the closer you were to God.
Yeah. It's a nice chair.
Yeah, what are your thoughts so far?
I think it's somewhat boring. There's not a lot of activity. And I almost wondered if maybe it was because we're trying to use so much modern technology to try to communicate with them. These were colonial people. These were people that were natives. It's not somebody that would have any knowledge of anything like that's got these lights and buttons and stuff all over it. So perhaps they're a little bit leery of it, and maybe they don't want to touch it. So that's why we thought maybe, somebody had dowsing rods. I'm not sure I put too much stock into the dowsing rods myself, but because it's too easy to move them yourself, just with the slightest
Subconsciously, of course.
hand movements. Yeah. So I'm not real sure about those, but I mean there were some pretty definitive answers that came through, and it was answering the same way if you asked the question a different way. So I don't know. I'm open to it, open-minded about it, but they did say that the parsonage, I'm kind of looking forward to that. He said a female needs to go upstairs in the parsonage, so.
All right, so we were just inside the church. Now we're gonna head out to these other little buildings out here. Kind of check them out, see what's in them, see if there's any spirits waiting for us.
Yeah. We've been in the church for a while. We've been at each of these locations for like an hour, but they don't run camera the whole time.
It was super quiet in there. I really could have fallen asleep in there easily.
Yeah, any bad vibes?
No bad vibes, no good vibes. It just wasn't, there was nothing in there.
Vibeless, kind of a vibeless church.
Very vibeless church, yeah.
Here we have a plethora of cats out here. Quote. All right.
Friendly, aren't they?
Yeah. That one's a little bit more skittish, though.
Yeah.
I will say.
So, Will, any cool vibes when we walked around the soldiers' houses there?
I took note of the large flume that's over there. Like it's huge.
A large
gigantic.
flume.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it in a second. But it's pretty cool. Otherwise, no creepy vibes. Didn't feel like anything was gonna grab me or anything. But feel fine walking around.
Got kitty paw prints on the side of it.
That is quite a... that's the flume right there?
Yeah.
I thought a flume for some reason was like a boat. Is that a... Huh?
Like the log flume?
Log flume.
Yeah,
the
like
gardens, yeah.
the log flume. That's right. Yeah, that will get the fire going right there.
Certainly would, wouldn't it?
Nice.
All right. Which way?
What's that?
Come on.
Who's your
Say
goat?
hi.
Who's your goat?
Trying to get him to look over the fence like he did last time.
Oh, I'm just pet him so badly.
I hear music playing.
Yeah. Not good music
those
either.
people at Dominion Power, you know.
Yeah. Crazy, wild Dominion Power workers.
Are we?
He said none of us are playing horrible music, are we? No.
All right, guys, enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Oh, okay. About like some of the happenings once they got here and that kind of thing.
So I'm sitting outside because it's a tiny house, and I get a little bit, you know, like when too many people are around, I get kind of like I gotta get out of there. So I figured I'd just sit outside right above this wood pile and hope a snake doesn't bite my ass. But
Yeah, you gotta keep a lookout for that.
pretty comfortable, I have to say. And but yeah, not really anything going on. Kind of wishing we had some snacks, you know.
Yeah, there's a Sheets down the road.
I know.
For
Like,
a couple hours from now.
I could definitely kill that bag of Cheetos that I brought with me, but they're in the Bronco, so.
Yeah, I go for some water actually.
Yeah, well, there's water in the backpack. You can have some of that. Really?
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Hey, the REM pod just went off.
Hey.
Oh, but it was the radio.
Oh,
Was it?
yeah.
It's the radio.
Is the radio being used now?
No.
Okay. All right. If you're here with us, we want to confirm that was you. Can you go ahead and make that turn green again? Sit on that log if you want to. See, I think the fireworks are like a trigger.
Think so?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was a fort and they shot guns and stuff like that here. So
Yeah, so maybe that noise will.
maybe the
stir something
fireworks
up.
will kind of stir it up a little
Just
bit.
gives the ghost PTSD.
Oh, look at that.
Now that time nobody was talking on the radio, right?
No.
So there we got it. Got a little bit of something.
So a ghost was just there, right?
Well, it's we don't know what would be setting that off right now because there's you know, it's been out here, so it's already acclimated to the humidity. Humidity changes it, and then talking on the radio will change it.
Right.
But no one was talking on the radio, and it's acclimated, so something is setting that off. Now what we want to do is see if we can establish any kind of communication to get a coherent response. So if you could, I'm going to ask you some questions, and if that was you that just lit this up right now, I'd like you to do that again if the answer is yes. Are you English? Okay, just to confirm, if you're not English, can you light that up for us?
Can you make the light turn green again? Just to let us know you're here. Could you please make the light turn green?
I assume there's someone out in their boat.
Huh?
I assume there's someone out on their boat.
A boat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
'Cause you got
yeah.
the-
Because there is the river right there, right?
Still kind of a good trigger object, though, huh? Now, I will note that that's the first time the fireworks went off that the REM pod did not go off. The last
correct.
2 times the fireworks went off, the REM pod went off.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose could have been just something passing through. Like, oh, look at the red light. Let me touch it for a minute here, and then like, okay, I gotta get to the goats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe it was just something passing through. Acclimating, maybe?
It could be
Those guns on the
acclimating.
wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, look at those, huh? Those are nice. Going off now?
Yeah. I think it's because she walked in.
Did she have like a radio?
She wasn't the one being touched, though. I don't think.
Hey, so I'm Jeff.
I'm Linda.
And I'm Will.
We're outside talking to somebody. Do you know who that was? The person that we were talking to outside was lighting this up just by going like this. If you could do that for us, that'd be a cool way to kind of get a yes or no answer from you. I mean, sure, we could talk, but where's the fun in that? Why don't you light that up green for yes, leave it red for no.
Spirit box.
Are you willing to talk to us? I see we have some things on the table. This looks like perhaps how a child might learn his alphabet. Yeah. It's got the alphabet. Uppercase, lowercase, vowels. Ab, eb, ib, ob, ub. And then, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Well, I'll be. To that, is there something about that prayer right there? I don't know why it says that, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen. After it has these letter combinations here.
Yeah, why would it say that?
I'm not sure what the letter combinations are either. Like, they don't seem like app. I guess they're blends. Oh, there's something there. So underneath that it says, not really in response to a question, but we're lighting up here pretty good.
Same thing it did out there.
Okay, so it does say, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive them that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. So this looks like something that children would have learned off of back in the day. And, it's pretty cool because memorization is one way to become familiar with all of these words. So there's that. Now we have A. Whitaker to W. Crashaw. A. Whitaker, was he the Reverend?
Yes.
And what did he write here?
A letter.
A letter sent to William Crashaw, minister in England, from Alexander Whitaker, the minister of Henrico in Virginia, dated 9th of August, 1611. Good Mr. Crashaw, you heard by my last letters how preposterous a journey I had hither, and must now again send you word. God hath continued his goodness towards me, and preserved me safe hitherto, with great hope of good success to our purposes. Sometimes the letters are a little different in there, like continued is spelled Contynued. But that doesn't seem to be getting any response.
No.
But this.
Those English didn't know how to spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them and the putting those U's in color.
No, isn't that crazy? And I always say I don't like armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ab, Ib, Ob. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. Maybe they just have an end to a prayer on here that they would learn.
Maybe.
But any of these objects perhaps mean anything to you. I'm not sure if you were here back when the fort was being used, if you believe that the fort is still being used, if you're still defending this fort or taking some part in the civilization here, or are you from before this was a fort, or after? Like I said, perhaps one of these items means something to you, and if it does, if I come near that item, maybe you could go ahead and light up that green light for us. Some kind of a nest in the corner there. Do you ever leave this house? Do you stay here?
I think it's a cat.
It makes sense, huh?
It's a dead cat.
I see you got one of these furs. I'm actually interested in a hat. One with a raccoon tail, so I can wear it trapping. Because I'm quite the trapper, from what I've been told. Trapping, you gotta understand, it ain't easy.
Is that a lightning bug?
Yeah. Sure is.
It flares up every so often.
So are you a trapper? I think we're done with getting some responses on that REM pod. They were very brief. Looks like a comfortable bed. What kind of a mattress are we packing here? Oh, straw. Nice. Yep.
Two of them were one sisters. One was the other sister.
So we're heading to the next location. Pretty neat plantation house. Sat outside of it for a little bit. Fireworks were being shot off. REM pod lit up a couple times, but nothing definite. Will went to the bathroom and saw a black snake, and it was outside of the bathroom. So there's that. That was my first question. Like, Will came back, like, hey, I saw this big black snake. I was like, well, was it in the bathroom? Or was it like, you know, on the way there? He's like, no, it was outside the bathroom. So at least it wasn't in the bathroom. And then Will started talking about like these poisonous vipers, pit vipers, and, you know, copperheads, and rattlesnakes, cottonmouths. So we got a plethora, I should say, of danger noodles out here, huh? But here we are at the Rock Hall Parsonage, built for Alexander Whitaker, 1613, 1614, circa. Hey, look, there's a sermon. That's pretty cool. That's how they kept it together with those strings.
I just sat here.
And I guess he had like some magnifying glass, kind of like glasses almost there.
This is the one where the bad luck spirits up there?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna go up there?
Maybe.
I'll make you get into it.
Well, this is the place where Linda's going to head upstairs alone to interact with the spirit that tends to touch or speak to any women that are up there by themselves. So we'll have to try that out.
I'm curious to see what it looks like up there. You want to take a look before she embarks?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look and see. Oh, I got some cats coming in.
Cute.
Oh. Like I said, maybe some of the cats died and their ghosts are still around here, flicking their REM pod and stuff like that. Who knows?
What if some of these cats that we're seeing aren't real?
Yeah, that would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Wow,
That's a
this is huge upstairs.
I gotta say, I was not expecting this.
This is nice. But can't you also imagine though, like coming up here, seeing a little girl in a white dress just huddled in the corner?
Yeah.
Have you seen that newest Blair
Yeah, that
Witch?
would be creepy.
Have you seen that newest Blair Witch Project movie?
No.
So the last scene, it's shaped just like this when they come up to the house. Like they're standing in the room and she's coming up the stairs coming towards them and they can't look at her, so they have to like look out the window right here. But she's like right behind them coming up through the doorway.
And they can't look at her?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You see, just imagine, like over here, you just have a little girl just...
Yeah, and she turns around and
then comes after you.
yeah, and lets out that noise like, you know, like the grudge noise. Yeah, that'd be pretty far out.
This house is still pretty tall, you know. Like even walking up, like this has got to be almost the same height as the church, right?
From that, yeah, I would think so. From the actual ground, and the peaks on these roofs, they are very steep. So you got quite a slope, you know.
Yeah. It's the bed. Okay.
So yeah, definitely eerie coming up here alone.
So can you imagine sitting up here by yourself, no lights? Like this can be kind of scary for Linda.
Mm-hmm. I think so. But we'll brief her beforehand and then get her reaction. A little bit of a debriefing. What's this? Must have been a hinge, maybe? Yep. See, it's a hinge like they had over here.
Oh. Now we're just looking.
Quite a feathery hat here, I must say. Some armor.
Here, shine the light on there. I'll show you a picture of it.
That is quite a armoire there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that's
Jeez.
incredible.
Look at that. Look at this guy right here.
Upstairs?
No, I just hear.
And yeah, they said that there's a spirit up here that is a male spirit, and it particularly likes to, I guess, touch females. So I'm gonna be the bait. I'm the bait going up there. I'm not really scared. There's a lot of rumors and a lot of talk about things that happen, and they rarely happen to me. So I'm not too concerned about it.
Now keep in mind, there's like some recorders and stuff going under the bed.
Recorders?
Yeah.
Like digital voice
Yeah,
recorders?
like digital voice recorders.
Okay, not like...
I don't know if anybody in here put them up there. I don't think anybody did. So
Maybe
you
they
gotta be
wanted
careful.
to-
You gotta be careful what you say when you go up there.
Okay,
You know.
yeah.
Don't say anything offensive.
All right,
Okay.
no farting.
I already did that on the way out, purposely. Like I backed up into the room and.
All right, so they're about to close her in. There she goes. So now Linda is locked inside of this house. We're heading over to the hospital. So right now she's alone in this building upstairs by herself with whatever male spirit is up there with her. She has a voice recorder and she has a camera. So we'll have to see what happens. But in the meantime, we're gonna head over to the hospital so that we don't contaminate any of her evidence that she might get. So let's head over there and see what we can find.
Let's do it. Hospitals are always creepy. Even modern hospitals, like, doesn't matter. You know, there's always just a feel in there that I'm not fond of.
Yeah, it always feels like death.
Right. Right. There it is.
You're like overly sanitized.
Yes.
Well, Linda's up there by herself. Like, where, because of the bad news.
We've got a lot of people in here, huh?
So I found the light switch.
It's like a hangout.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, down there by the wall. Yeah. Interesting place for the light switch.
Yeah, that should be more common in modern households.
Yeah, I'll put it down. Well, you see, back then people were shorter.
Yeah.
So that's why they have the light switch lower.
Yeah.
So they could reach it.
Back in the 1600s.
Yeah.
That's why the doorways are so small too.
Exactly. Yeah, look at that. Like,
They had to have really high ceilings just because.
And they had to have really high beds.
we got the Etch-a-Sketch here, right? And this REM pod. And I put this REM pod here because perhaps this is where the doctor might come to tend to me. So if I kind of like lay down maybe just a little bit and act like a patient. All right, here we go. Yeah, I need a doctor.
That's pretty consistent. Well, no, you don't.
Well, she is a doctor, so.
Yeah, you got any doctors around here? Doctor, if you come and take my pulse. I think I'm dying. Got bit by one of Will's black snakes out there. He saw this big black snake by the bathroom and it bit me. Black snakes bite people? Do they? Do they really? Oh man. Come and take my pulse. I don't know. Perhaps that was the best acting since Will's movie right there.
It was.
But I'm looking up here at this ceiling and like, where do they get all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at all the wheat and stuff they put up in there. I know, but at the same time, I'm talking about like danger noodles and stuff like that. You know, how bad would it be if one just like fell out of the rafters and landed on me?
Do you feel like you can fall asleep?
I probably could. Yeah. It's not the softest bed, but
It's not the softest.
I am vertical. So.
Would you rather do this one or the straw bed?
I think straw bed.
Straw?
I don't know. It depends. Like, if I have a pillow, I'd probably say this bed. Because I don't know if the straw would be firm enough.
Yeah, I feel like laying down on this would be great for your back.
Yes, exactly. You
Yeah.
know, and they say that.
Yeah.
But I'll lay down on something like this, and then it's a little hard to get up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think so? I kind of agree.
I went to med school too.
Yeah, did they tell you it was worse on your back? Did they? So where'd that come from? The whole like lay on a floor type thing?
By realigning your spine because it's flat. Like modern beds, it drops, and so it's elevated in different
You
spots.
just need to have good support. It doesn't have to be hard support. It just needs to be good support.
So maybe it's like good for posture, but bad for back.
It's bad for your muscles.
All right. So how'd it go?
Well, nothing happened. I sat up there for maybe 12 minutes or so and, was listening, was asking questions, and nothing really happened. Nothing at all. I was kind of, hoping for something to happen, willing to take a butt rub for the sake of science, but no, nothing happened.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I've been laying here in this hospital bed, and apparently the hospitals back in colonial times were as stellar as some of the ones we've experienced recently in modern times. Because I'm sitting here
Really?
yelling for help. I told him that Will's black snake bit me and that I hurt my back and all this stuff. And no one,
About like the ones in Delaware, huh?
no one come. Yep,
Yeah.
it did. It was just
Jeez.
like the Delaware hospitals.
It smells like a skunk.
I'm smelling.
Yeah, I'm got a smelling like a
poopy
strange smell.
I'm not smelling a poopy
It's
smell.
not poopy.
No, it's not poopy.
It's like a,
It smells like a skunk.
chemical or gun smoke.
it might be the Henricus Bigfoot.
It doesn't smell like a skunk either. It doesn't. A skunk smell bad.
probably
Like,
when
it's really, really bad.
What are you doing?
Hopefully it's not a stink snake.
Stink snake.
All right, so we stopped off at Sheets here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hungry, I must say.
Starving.
So let's see what we can find.
Starving after that spicy chicken?
Yeah, after that spice, but that was, we got to consider, that was like 6 or 7 hours ago. So we got to see what we can scare up.
So I'm doing the build your own frozen latte, and I noticed that you can add banana to a frozen latte. Oh. So I had the banana. I was like, what else would go well with it? Well, vanilla and peanut butter.
Nice.
So vanilla peanut butter frozen latte.
So you kind of got like an Elvis latte. You know what I mean? Because he
Elvis
liked
latte.
those peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
Yes.
And you got that kind of an
Very
latte.
famous. I thought he liked peanut butter and mayonnaise and banana. I think he put mayonnaise on it
Was there
too.
mayonnaise on
Yeah,
there too?
I think so.
I know it was fried. So how's the Elvis latte?
It's really good.
Is
Try
it?
it. You want to try it? It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, it's vanilla, banana, and peanut butter.
Pretty good idea. Maybe you could have put some mayonnaise in there. I bet that wouldn't be bad.
Whatever makes Elvis happy.
Oh.
Oh, hot dog. There we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay.
You didn't get the bun.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's just an explosion
Look at that.
of dog.
Wow.
All right, this is really hot, so I
That's
can't do
America right there.
I can't do a big bite.
It's like really
I
spicy.
gotta let it cool off a little bit.
Yeah, and the thing about Sheets is their food is actually, oh.
That is so
Not good.
It's a good hot dog,
That
right?
is so good.
I've never had anything bad here at Sheets. Like, and when I say their food is made to order, like, he had a bunch of orders for fries, but he was dropping them by the order. It's not like he
Yeah.
dropped a bunch of fries and dumped them in a thing and scooped them out.
But I gotta
Every
say,
order he dropped.
if I was drunk, this would be the best food I've ever had in my entire life. But even at like 12:30 a.m., this is great.
Yeah, it looks like quite a hot dog. It really does.
This is amazing.
I'm kind of wishing I got something like that. So I saw this in here, and I don't think I've had it before. I could be wrong, because Mountain Dew's got a lot of flavors now. But this is the Baja Gold. It's got some, with a blast of natural and artificial pineapple flavor. So before I taint my taste buds, let's take a little sip. Oh yeah, that's not disappointing. It tastes like Baja Blast, only with a pineapple undertone. Now, I got a cup of fries. Sheets has amazing fries, made to order, a couple fell in the bag. And I got this burger, this build your own burger here. And I should have some boom boom sauce to dip my fries in. And for those of you that don't know, like boom boom sauce, you can only get it at Sheets. It's like their original sauce. But this burger, okay, here's what it's got on it. It's got black olives, as you can see, okay? It's got jalapeno hot poppers, jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, shredded lettuce, and tomatoes because I like to be healthy. It's got a fire roasted tomato spread, and it's got Nashville hot sauce on it. I may have forgotten a thing or two that I put on here, but this is the build your own burger.
That's an obnoxious bite.
What a good burger. So they're heading back east on 64. And I'll tell you, that build your own burger hit the spot. That was some really, really good stuff. Well, I noticed you went back in there and you got some carbonated beverage, huh?
Yeah, I got some Perrier lime.
Oh yeah. That's some good stuff. It settles the stomach.
It's settling the stomach. That's what it's good for.
But Henricus Historical Park is such an awesome place.
Yes.
It really is. And to think there's a lot of history that happened there. Like when we had what wasn't shown on here is we had to give introductions, like introduce ourselves and listen to talks from some of the people that ran the place, the historians and such. And this historian stood up and he gave so much history, and it was just amazing. Like, wow, like all this stuff happened here. What a cool place. So there's that, and then, you know, these buildings that are standing there. It's where the fort was, and some of the history I missed, but I gotta really look into it. But it was really cool going there. Some possible activity that happened while we were there. It's tough when you're investigating with a large group of people, even when there's other people throughout the location, because sometimes you hear a voice, or you know, someone keys a radio and sets off a REM pod. There's too many moving parts to really perhaps do a thorough investigation, but still some pretty cool experiences there. You just say, well, what's about your favorite part?
It was really nice to meet some of the other groups, some of the other people, like in the state, you know, get to see everybody and, you know, get to have that interaction. It was cool to meet a couple people and getting to see Henricus at night. I've seen it once during the day, and it was definitely different. At night, a little creepier in some places, but not the places that you thought it might be. What I mean by that is the church was fine. I even felt like the hospital was fine. But going into the first place that we were at, you know, like we were getting some pretty good stuff in that ordinary. Like I feel like that ordinary, late at night, one of the last places, that would have been a good spot. And same with that parsonage that we went to. I think that would have been good. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, no one else there. Us wide awake with some coffee, just listening for stuff. I think that would have been a good spot. So I would love to go back again and do this again.
That would be awesome. It's always fun to just sit there and listen. You know, you give it enough time, occasionally something will happen that gets you wondering. What was your favorite part?
I don't know. I mean, I think there were, like he said, there were a lot of parts that you kind of expected to be more creepy and more active that weren't. But I would have to say probably the parsonage. I mean, we got to sit in there, I went up there by myself and sat up there for about maybe 10, 12 minutes or so. And really nothing happened, though. I mean, it was really kind of a quiet place. So I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there were so many people there. And, you know, that always seems to be the case, where the more people are, the less activity is. So it would be kind of cool to be able to go back there with far less people, you know, when we're not doing a public investigation, and to see what we get.
That would would definitely be cool. Well, our next stop should be home. So I want to thank you all for joining us on this trip. It's been a pretty cool time. Remember, there's much more to see in the dark.